No, nel primo tempo c'è stato
Well, the first half,
un equivoco tattico, nel senso che
we had a tactical misunderstanding because they were playing
4-3 più
with a 3-4-3,
3-5-2,
which resembled more 3-5-2, where they used the fifth on the left Bisher, which always cut in the middle of the pitch.
non abbiamo letto,
And
nonostante
therefore we,
abbia perso la voce per chiamare l'attenzione.
well, I've lost my voice calling the attention, but we didn't cope with this change of position and we didn't have time to press them. So Bisher was very free to play, which something that didn't happen in the second half, because once I explained it in the detail at halftime, but we've already conceded 2 goals. So the first half, very bad. Apart from the first 7-8 minutes where the approach wasn't that bad, but then we were too passive. Against these teams at this level, you run the risk of doing bad things. So then we made some mistakes that, well, honestly become very difficult to comment. But this is just to analyze the match. I'm not looking for guilty people. I'm the first one, since I'm the coach. So I need to take my responsibilities. But today, let's say, besides the determination and the hard work that it's unquestionable, however, we had some shortcomings in individual performances, so it's hard to say that somebody that did well except for 2 or 3 players. So.
Next question. Any more questions in the front here?
Mr. Rossi, Ronaldo from Israel today. How much the Swiss team has a lot of experience in the team and tournaments. How much did that play a role today?
La Svizzera è una squadra di esperienza.
Switzerland are a very experienced side with quality player all over the pitch, with very physical attributes. So they made the most of their experience. So we see that when we went on 2-1, we were pressing. So we were very close to score a goal with Varga that shot outside of the goal. But when we were struggling, or when they were struggling, they could ease the pressure by using, let's say, their own smarts, their own experience. So they slowed down the play, they broke the pace, the tempo, and they, rightly so, made the most of their own experience and our mistakes. Well, after, in the second half, we went 2-1, and we tried our best to, let's say, equalize the game. This is a big disappointment to me. It's a great frustration to me to see that we've considered a goal in that way at the end of the game.
Okay. Yep.
Mr. Rossi, hi, Kerdin from BBC. Are you okay to answer a question in English, as possible?
Of course.
Thank you very much. Now that all of the teams in the group have played, obviously you lost today, Scotland lost yesterday. Do you think the last group game, Hungary-Scotland, will be crucial for both of you in terms of qualification? Thank you.
Se guardiamo oggi al nostro stato d'animo e al fatto che
if we look at our status, at our the fact that we are going to play Germany in 4 days, I dare everybody to bet 1 florin, a Hungarian florin, not a euro, on us for the game against Germany. So as of today,
proibitivo, però
this looks impossible, but we've already showed in the previous Euro, we lost 3-0 against Portugal by conceding all goals in the last 7-8 minutes. Today we consider 3-1. at the end of the match. And then we've equalized with France, and then we went far. We were 6 minutes away from qualification at the expense of Germany. Germany today are another team. They proved it yesterday night against Scotland. And honestly, well, I'm not saying it now because we lost and they won 5-1. I told it in all interviews that we had. So in my opinion, the German side is the biggest favorite of this European Championship.
We'll have the last couple of questions.
I didn't answer in English, sorry.
We'll have the last couple of questions. And if there are any online, please raise your hands online. But we have first the gentleman over there. Microphone coming to your right. Yep.
Sebastian Rieder aus der Schweiz, 20 Minuten. Darf ich auf Deutsch fragen oder Englisch?
Ja.
Can I ask in German? Sebastian Rieder from 20 Minutes, Switzerland. So what do you think about Murat Yakin? Did he congratulate on you? What did he say after the match?
All'inizio come alla fine.
At the beginning and at the end, yes, we've met and we've greeted each other very nicely and politely, as it always happens in football, so we didn't do much else.
So I don't see any raised hands online, so we'll take the last question from the gentleman in the red jacket to your left. Yep.
Porkára Nemzeti Sport Online. Először is azt kérdezném, hogy jól értettük-e, hogy egy kicsit megleptem, hogy
Did we understand well that the Swiss team surprised the Hungarian team in terms of tactics? And the other question is, what is the reason that this year we seem to have more mistakes than in previous years? Let's think about the Irish game. And how much time do you think we have now to correct these mistakes? Because the next game is upon us.
È difficile.
It's hard. It's hard to think to correct this kind of mistakes. Because I think that these kind of players do not commit errors every day, otherwise they wouldn't play at this level. If this happens, it's because there are a series of factors generating these mistakes. Many times they are hard to find because they could be factors related to their mental status or physical tiredness, especially when it comes at the final minutes of the match. But, I mean, mistakes are part of the game. There are some players, there are categories of players, because the best players playing in top leagues and top clubs are the ones who commit least mistakes. And therefore, you know, but this can happen to them, and we've seen that today. I don't believe that there are strategies or tricks to avoid these mistakes. We can just call their attention to ask the players to play in the simplest way possible without overcomplicating their plays. But besides that, well, talking about tactics, they did one rotation, so it's not a tactical problem. The tactical problem is that they never did a pass wrong. In the first half, they had a rotation that occurred between Bishop and Vargas, that we've realized after 3 minutes in the bench, and we struggled to, you know, communicate this information to the players. Yes, I called 1 or 2 players, but we couldn't correct that. And at halftime, we managed to do that, but we were trailing 2-0.
Okay, thank you. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the Swiss team. Thank you.